I want to start with Brock Purdy, K Walk. Obviously, Mahomes has been on this stage before. We know this game is obviously different than any other game in the year. You got the long halftime. Even the pregame warm up seems like it takes forever, but maybe that's just because they're covering it more. Just all kinds of things happening for the Super Bowl. It's unlike any normal game. Mahomes has been on the stage. He knows what to expect. He's played in these, he's won these. Do you think the big stage K Walk is going to get to Brock Purdy? Are there going to be some nerves and maybe some nervous mistakes early in this football game?
You know what, Jay? I can see why you posed the question, but I'm going to speak as a fan. I don't think so, Jay, because I think the biggest stage for him was the second half of that Lions game. When you looked at, they were down 17 coming out of that the half, and they went down and they only scored 3 points. And as well as he played in that drive leading up to those 3 points, there was some missed opportunities there. But he got over that, Jay. And you've seen that's what he's been doing most of his career. I mean, most of his career. I mean, what's 2 years now? But throughout his career, he's been handling it well, man. And a lot of people are going to say, why would it be a big stage for Brock Purdy? Because he's not the guy that got him there. He's surrounded by so much talent. So you got to look at it from that standpoint and be like Brock saying, listen, these guys aren't saying that I got them here. So all I got to do is continue to do what I do. Let's get the ball in my playmakers' hands and allow them to do what they do, because that's how he is, man. He's just a humble guy, and I don't think the stage is going to get any bigger for him. And obviously, the game is named bigger because it's the biggest game in all of sports, arguably. But yeah, I don't think it's going to get bigger. He knows what is at stake right now. He has 2 weeks to think about it, and I think that second half is going to prepare him for the first half. The second half of the Lions game, the NFC Championship, is going to prepare him for the first half of the Chiefs game. Hopefully, this is how I'm feeling as a fan. But yeah, I think it's just watch the way this guy has handled himself from when he stepped in again that Miami game last year to when he got hurt against the Eagles and to where they're at now. I don't think it's going to be too. I mean, obviously, he's going to be excited. Every player is going to feel the same way at this point. I don't think there's going to be any more pressure on him than it's already been placed on him. To be honest with you, even though it is a Super Bowl.
Britt, what say you? I mean, more eyeballs will be on this game than any other game during the year. Obviously, the stakes are huge. To be able to come out of it and say that you're a Super Bowl champion, does any of that pressure get to Purdy on Sunday?
I think he'll be nervous. I think it's normal to be nervous. I think if you're not nervous, then there's a problem. You
You're not
should be
ready.
nervous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every big major stage I've ever been on, whether it's speaking in front of people, doing our show from the very first time we ever did it, I was nervous because you want to do such a great job. But then eventually you settle down. At the end of the day, it goes back to football, and he knows how to play football.
Yeah.
Right? He, as long as he stays within himself and what he's been doing all year long, staying calm, playing his part as far as the quarterback, playing his role in this offense, I think he'll be fine. Yeah, on the other side is Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes, he has to think from this standpoint. He was once that first time quarterback at the Super Bowl, and then he won it. So I think he'll be fine. I think he can handle it. He'll be fine. This is not the first time he was on a big stage. Although this is the biggest stage, but still not the first time he was on a big stage. So I think he can handle it fine.
And Jay, before you get there, Brett, I love what you used in that term and that explanation is he plays his role. That's his role. Whether it be a game manager, whether it be a game changer, he plays his role. I love that, Brett. So now I'm gonna start using that. I mean, he knows his role, and then he shuts his mouth, and he plays his part. That's what I love that. I love that, Brett, for sure. I mean, it's a great way to describe him. He knows his role, and he plays it very well.